How's it going, everybody? We're here with the first episode of the This Just In podcast. My name is Justin. I'm here today with my co-host Jared. Jared, how we feeling?
We're feeling solid. First one, we're getting ready. We're ready to dial it in and get this thing going.
I agree. I could not be more excited to finally get this thing started. We've been talking about it for quite a while. Got all the socials up and running. Have this Google Doc. We're sharing information that sometimes gets a little bit weird, but we make it work.
I guess the job done.
The job got done. We are here finally getting this first episode filmed. We've got a few segments to go for you guys today, but we're going to start with just a little bit of an introduction for ourselves. We're going to go through the four main kind of sports we're going to be talking about: the NBA, the NFL, baseball, and then we've got college, specifically football for this episode. But when we get to basketball season, we'll probably dive a little bit into that. Maybe not super in depth, but we'll talk about it for sure. So, Jared, you want to get us started off? Talk about your basketball stuff here?
All right, so NBA, big Cavs fan, big Cleveland fan. It's going to be a big theme. Big Darius Garland fan. He might be the greatest point guard in the league right now.
Whoa,
not biased at all. I think right now. He just does so much. He's a great passer, a great playmaker, great shooter, and he's a great finisher. He just does it all. Maybe not on the defensive end, but we'll get there. It's a learning process.
He's definitely not really there on defense yet, but, well, maybe eventually.
Hopefully.
Is that it for you there? You got nothing else over there?
I got nothing else for basketball.
Right. For me, I'm a big Philadelphia 76ers fan. Trust the process always. Process doesn't end until there's a championship. I don't care who's on the team, how many years this takes. Doesn't end. For me, my favorite player in the league is current Sixer Tyrese Maxey, the greatest point guard in the league right now.
Just not true.
Hey, we can talk about this another time, right? Maxey, he's young, he's playing great, he's gonna take a big step up this year. Obviously, there's some other guys really. I do actually have Darius Garland on my top 5 list at number 4, right?
4? Okay.
Number 4, he's not in front of Markelle Fultz and Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey, so he's slotted in there at 4. I do have the Markelle Fultz jersey though. It's nice. It's looking nice. Those Orlando Magic jerseys actually hit different.
They do hit different.
All right, we'll go a little bit into NFL here. I'll start for the NFL this time. I'm a Browns and Saints fan, and I emphasize the and. I root for both. Yes,
that's just not possible. But
it is possible.
Go for it. I'm not gonna stop you.
It is definitely possible, right? Now, let us know down in the comments if you think it's possible to root for 2 teams or if you have to pick the one, right? But we're looking at favorite player. It's Joe Burrow. We'll talk about college a little bit later.
Not even a Browns or Saints player.
Okay. Don't roast me like that, right? Well, we're talking about college a little bit later, but I am an LSU Tigers fan, as well as a Cincinnati Bearcats fan. You can see the bottom of the C up above me. So that's where the Joe Burrow love comes from. Jared, what you got?
Big Browns fan, as I stated earlier. Big Cleveland fan. We're in a weird place because we're banking on Watson to be great, and he's might be hurt longer now, which is a little scary. And then just they're young, ready to play better with Jim Schwartz, which I think is great. He's just such a great addition this offseason. Has been just made the defense so versatile and just make them play with their own emotion and confidence. Then my favorite player, Cade York. I know he's not on the team, and I know he's not at a eye-flashing position, but that first game last year when he dropped off Baker in Carolina, unreal feeling. Cop the jersey after. Looks a little rough now, but he's in my heart forever,
You still believe it wasn't his fault. You still think it's on the holder, right?
I still think it's on Bjorkes, even though Dustin Hopkins is low-key killing it, but
he is.
But Dustin Hopkins he's a veteran. He knows what he's doing. York got shoved into a questionable holder and suffered a little bit of the consequences.
It's definitely always harder for younger players, but he didn't always look great.
He didn't look great. He was very on and off.
That's true.
But not ideal for that type of position to be on and off.
Well, yeah, especially in the NFL, when every point matters, you gotta be on all the time if you're a kicker, or else you're
Yeah.
just you're gonna go. I mean, you're gonna get cut. It's gonna happen. It's unfortunate, but
It is.
I think for the MLB, we're both gonna have the same favorite team here. We can just say it, the Cleveland Guardians.
That's true. Go Guards, baby.
Both of the same team here. Players are 100% going to be different though, because my favorite player is not actually a Guardian.
Neither is mine. So
Oh, really?
there might be a
Okay.
chance.
I don't know. I don't really have a guess for who yours is. You might know mine. It's Rafael Devers, right? For the Red Sox. I normally dislike everything Boston, but I just recently was getting into baseball recently, and I was playing the MLB The Show games, and Devers' swing in the games is immaculate. And I had
That's a
lot
true
of fun
statement. That's a
using
true
him.
statement.
Had a lot of fun using him, so he kind of became my favorite player in real life because of that. Jared, who's yours? Because I'm interested. Not a Guardian.
Now I'm a big Josh Bell guy. I love. Once again, I bought the jersey, and he's gone. It's
No.
just a common theme for Cleveland. Hopefully, Darius Garland does not leave, because I do have his jersey. But I just loved everything about the signing of Josh Bell and the hype built around the season, and then just a little bit of letdown. But then he showed flashes in Miami, so it may or may not have been his fault, but we'll never know, I guess.
Then maybe the Guardians got rid of him a little bit too early.
That's what I think, but
But he also wasn't playing any good.
yeah, you could say that.
I don't know. I think we see a common theme here of you getting Cleveland jerseys way too quick.
It is.
Way too quick.
I got OBJ Browns jersey and Baker jerseys in the
no.
closet as well, so
And Baker.
yeah.
Dude, any Cleveland player you get is just gonna leave. You gotta stop. You gotta,
I gotta stop buying jerseys.
bro, you gotta give the Garland jersey back. He's gonna
gotta refund
give
it.
that back. Oh man, yeah. I most of the players I get tend to stay for a while. You know, I've been
Lucky man.
doing good with that.
Because you're barely a Cleveland fan.
Well,
think that's
okay.
the
I have
thing.
one Browns jersey, and it's Jabril Peppers.
Know how he's also off the team.
Well, okay. I got his rookie year, right? I thought he was gonna last for a while. He was really, really fun coming out of college, but
Yeah.
clearly that didn't pan out. Moving on to college here, specifically college football today. Not really going into college basketball yet because college football is right in mid-season swing. There's a lot of weird
Yeah,
things
sure.
happening in the season so far. It's honestly one of the most wide open college football seasons we've had in a long time. Nobody's really a clear best team. So I'll start here. Like I said earlier, I'm an LSU Tigers fan as well as a Cincinnati Bearcats fan. Go Cats. There's a theme with me. My favorite player isn't on either of those teams again, though. It is Cameron Ward from Washington State. Anyone who has talked to me about college football knows how much I hype up Cam Ward. He's super fun to watch. He's super goofy, and he's putting up really good stats this year and has a Heisman chance. So I don't know. I'm just liking Cam Ward. But other than that, Jaden Daniels, JD5, Heisman candidate, QB for the LSU Tigers. They still have a playoff chance. They still have.
That's true.
They win the SEC. It's possible.
So for me, I am a Michigan State fan. It's a little weird being from Ohio and being surrounded by Ohio State, but being a Michigan State fan. It's a little scary sometimes.
Well, we
We're
both
in a-
ditched Ohio State as far as that goes.
Yeah, I just got surrounded by Ohio State, and I was like, I don't really mess with it. So I decided to take my talents to Michigan State, kind of like LeBron. But my favorite player, as I just said, I hated surrounding myself with Ohio State. Marvin Harrison Jr. is a
That's fair,
dog.
though. That's fair.
That dude is just unbelievable. Hopefully the Browns somehow get him. I don't know how we would get him, but I would love to see it happen.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's going to be possible. He is really, really good, though. He's super fun to watch. Makes some of the craziest catches.
Yeah.
I'm not an Ohio State guy, but I'm a draft guy, and man, he's a good prospect. He's a hella good prospect. Kind of crazy how good he actually is, especially with Ohio State, just wide receiver factory. He's the best one out of all of them, too. I mean, they have so many guys that have come out of that program. All right, so I think
I agree.
we've got something a little weird here, right? We both prepared
We do.
a random topic to give each other that we haven't heard before. So I have no idea what Jared's topic is for me yet, and he has no idea what my topic for him is. And we're going to create a top 10 list just on the spot, no prep, using the topic that we give each other. So, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first with the list? What are you thinking?
I'll let you do my list first. So I got for you. I need your top 10 cereals.
Oh, top 10 cereals. Okay. No, I can think of some. Right. So I think for this with no prep, it's going to be easier to start at number 1 than it is to going to be the countdown. So I'm going to start with the number 1 cereal for me, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Easy number 1.
Love that answer. Love that
Great
answer.
cereal. It's got the crunch like it has in the name. A lot of potential there for different things you can do. You know, you can use it for desserts. You can use it for a cereal. It's just classic. It's classic. Speaking of classic, I might have to put just Cheerios at number 2. I'm gonna have to do it. What do you?
I don't know how much I agree with that. I think they're kind of overrated in my mind.
They're classic though, with the milk in there. They can be really good. They can be good.
Why'd you say milk like that? Ooh.
What do you mean?
Right, well, we're gonna go off topic.
How do you say milk?
I say milk. You kind of sounded like you said milk there, and I don't know if I agree with that.
All right, put us down in the comments below. How do you say? Do you say milk or milk? More with the I or more with the E? I've always said milk, but I'm getting some pushback here. Okay, cereal number 3. This is getting tough. Ooh, I just thought of one here. I can put it at 3. The Cocoa Puff. Cocoa Puff.
Oh, that's a W take. That's
a very good cereal. I'm just trying to think back to what cereals I've even eaten, because I haven't eaten too many.
Have you even eaten 10 cereals?
I've definitely eaten 10 before. Okay, number 4. I don't know the name of it. You might know. It's like those little squares, and they look like they have lines on them. Like it kind of looks like a Chex Mix.
Is it mini wheats or?
I think it might be mini wheats, like the frosted mini wheats. I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah, those are good. I remember having those at least once, and they were gas. So I'm definitely gonna put those in there. That was my number 4. Number 5. This is rounding out the top 5. This is a big one. This is
like you're missing like 2 of them, 2 big ones.
Ah man. Okay, I'm gonna stick with the frosted theme here. I'm gonna go with the Frosted Flakes at number
5. Okay, I like it.
Tony the Tiger, classic commercials you always see growing up. The Frosted Flake, it's a great cereal. It just is. Okay, now I gotta think of 5 more cereals here that I've eaten. Let's go with the Fruit Loop at number 6. Fruit Loop. It's just good. Again, it's another. I think a lot of cereals are classic. I think you can say that about a lot of cereals. It's just I think once you're an established cereal brand, you don't really go away. So you kind of just become a classic, like just like that. Man, I think I might know one of the ones that you're waiting on me to say, but I think I'm saving it for my number 10 because I'm just not a big fan of it. Right? I think number 7, I said the regular Cheerio earlier. I'm gonna slot the Honey Nut Cheerio down here at 7.
See, I'd flip-flop them.
You'd flip them?
Yeah, I would. Cheerios are just a little bland.
Something about the honey throws me off. Something about
like a flavor though.
I think it's just it's weird saying it's too sweet because all the other cereals I've mentioned are sweet, but it's just too sweet for me. I don't know. I can't get behind it. All right, I know what I'm putting at number 10, so that's not an issue. 8 and 9 here. I'm gonna put 8 Captain Crunch.
That's a good one.
It's good, but it's just not up there for me, you know? There isn't really much to say about Captain Crunch. Everyone's probably had it at some point. Number 9, the Rice Krispie.
Ooh.
And the reason I put this so low is because I think of it more with the Rice Krispie treat, with more with the marshmallow in, rather than as a cereal. But it's still quite good.
Makes sense.
And number 10, everyone's waiting for me to say number 10, but I'm just not a fan of it, so I have to put it all the way down here. The Lucky Charm.
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going.
Where did you think I was going?
I thought you were going for the Apple Jacks. Apple Jacks were so underrated.
I've never had an Apple Jack in my life.
Really?
I've never had it.
I killed for Apple Jacks.
You're an Apple Jacks guy?
I was a little bit of an Apple Jacks guy.
I just never had an Apple Jack before. Is that the one with like the cinnamon sticks in it?
Yeah, or well, not in it, but like the branding. It was like the cinnamon stick dude and like some other. I think the app. Yeah, the apple.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I definitely heard of them. I've just never had one. But no, everyone likes the Lucky Charms. They always just eat the marshmallows out of them though. So I feel like they're not eating the full cereal. They're just taking out the
That's true.
marshmallow
That's true.
bits. Because nobody actually likes the charms. Or I guess are the marshmallows the charms or are those the lucky part?
I don't know. That's a great question.
That is a really good question.
I never really thought about it like that.
They should do a commercial about that, explaining it.
Explaining the entire Lucky Charms lore.
Yeah, I guess that rounds out my top 10 cereals. It's a little bit of an interesting list, but there's some hitters, there's some missers. It kind of happens.
There's some W and L takes, at least from my
That's
perspective.
gonna happen. Well, we'll see what you give me for this, right? Jared, it's game day. You're watching a game. Top 10 go-to snacks to watch a game.
Ooh. Okay, number one, it's got to be the wings. The wings are they're so versatile.
Great
You
take.
can either go
Great take.
boneless. Like for me, it depends on where I'm at. Like if I'm watching a Browns game, I'm gonna go boneless just because I'm not trying to worry about how messy my hands are getting during the game. But if I'm like out at a restaurant, I'm getting bone in every time. Number two, I'm stuck in between two here. But I'm gonna have to give it to the nachos.
Ooh.
Nachos with the versatile dip and versatile chips. It's just a crazy combination. You can go either way. Number three, I'm gonna have to go with a good pizza. Sharing a pie with the boys during a game day is just elite level stuff. So now how specific do I have to get? Could I go flavor chips? Or is chips just one category?
I think chips just might be one category. Because if you're doing that, then you could do different flavors of wings as well.
Ooh, see, that's fair.
So I think
I gotta think of 10 different.
At one chip.
Okay, at least from my experiences, I'm gonna have to go with a little bit of a dessert here.
Ooh,
I'm gonna have to go with a brownie.
No, that's
good,
great.
A
That's
good
good.
brownie on a Sunday night, Monday night game. After you grub, that sweetener is so good.
After you grub.
Perfect. And then, what am I? Is this 5?
This is 5. This is number 5.
Dang, I'm trying to think. Number 5. I'm gonna have to go. With cheesy breadsticks.
Ooh, yeah.
The pie you get. I just think the pizza's up there just because it's more. You can get anything on it, different
Yeah, it's
toppings,
customizable.
stuffed crust, garlic crust, you name it, you can get it. And just adding that with the cheesy bread, with that marinara or ranch, is some good. It's great. It doesn't miss.
I like that.
Number 7, right?
6.
Oh, this is 6. Okay, shoot.
Your bottom 5 here.
I got
It's still good.
10 game day snacks.
You still got chip. You haven't used chip yet.
I think I might have to slot chip in here, just
Slot
because
chip.
we can't get that specific. There's some really good chips and really bad chips, so kind of got to put it in the middle. So I'm gonna slot that there. Number 7. Now, do pretzels count as chips?
It depends on the person you ask, honestly. For this, I'll allow you to put pretzels separate for this.
Okay, we're gonna slot pretzels in at 7.
Pretzels right
Just
after.
because
I like it.
I think it's just so you can dip it in stuff too, or you cannot dip it, and you can either get a little pretzel or a big pretzel. You know, you got so many options. Number 8, right?
8.
I think.
Okay,
8.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah, 8. We're gonna go with cookies.
Cookies.
Now,
I like it.
For me, I'm a more soft cookie type guy. I
Yeah.
don't mess with hard and crunchy cookies.
No,
'Cause I
that's
need it to be
W take.
sweet and soft, you know? A little bit of chocolate in there, or whatever's in there. Number 9. I'm gonna take a nice ice cold soda. A nice ice cold drink is gonna it just hits every time. And you mix it with and you get some wings or you get some chips, you know, you just can't go wrong. It's just so it's a great player.
I wasn't even thinking the beverage route. That's nice. I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. What's the go-to soda then? What are you picking?
I'm a big Dr. Pepper guy.
Dude, that's literally what I was gonna say as well.
Dr.
Dr. Pepper hits different.
Doesn't miss. But are you more of a canned Dr. Pepper guy or a fountain Dr. Pepper type
Can.
of guy?
Can.
Ooh, see, I'm a big get a fountain drink Dr. Pepper. I think it's just so much better.
Dr. Pepper?
Our number 10.
The last one. A lot of options still on the board.
I'm just trying to think. So I can't really think. I can think of like some stuff, but
I've got a few in my mind that you've left off here.
really,
Yeah. I'm gonna wait till after you're number 10 though to release them to the world.
okay, number 10. I think I might go a little bit of the dessert again,
Dessert route. I like it.
but I'm gonna have to go with an ice cream cake. Now, I know it's not game day, more in that category, but I just think I'm a big ice cream cake guy. So if we're having a big game, big dessert, you know?
Does the ice cream
the-
flavor matter here?
a little bit, because I feel like chocolate, you get that nice vanilla frosting, that nice little brownie in the middle, and then chocolate after. It's just,
Yeah, that's
it's
nice.
just perfect.
That's nice.
That's my top 10.
That's a good list. That's
What-
a good
what
list.
What did I leave off?
Dude, I'm thinking like mac and cheese was left off.
Oh,
Like mozzarella sticks was left off.
I didn't even think about that.
Potato skins was left off. I'm a big.
I was not
potato
thinking about
skin
that. I cannot believe I left off mac and cheese.
guy. Mac and
Oh.
cheese was a big snub.
I would have thought that thing in the 3 or 2. Oh,
That was a snub for sure. That was a snub for sure.
not my best performance there.
No, honestly though, the ones that you did list, that was pretty good. I did like it. That was quite a. I like the dessert route that you went though, because that's definitely needed. Definitely needed. All right, we've got a little bit of some way too early predictions for you guys now, and I'm talking way too early because we're predicting the Super Bowl, and it's only been like 5 weeks, and the NBA Finals, and the season literally hasn't even started yet. So super
ready.
early. But Jared, you wanna go give me your Super Bowl prediction here?
I think we get the 49ers Chiefs rematch.
Oh,
I think the Niners, they're just complete. Now, am I satisfied with Brock Purdy as a Niners fan? Maybe.
he's playing good.
He's playing good, but he just hasn't like done anything too crazy to like surpass other teams, I think.
Yeah.
And then just the Chiefs, Mahomes, as much as I hate him, he's too good. Him and Kelsey, I just don't know who stops them.
And Taylor
Hopefully the
Swift
Browns.
now too.
But the Taylor Swift effect, they might win it all now.
Yeah, Taylor Swift that adds a whole nother level to that team, right?
That's true. What about
I agree with you on one of those two teams. I also have the 49ers in my Super Bowl. But the other one, I finally think it's the Bills' year to break through and make it back to the Super Bowl. All right, they haven't been
I
back
can
in so
see it.
long.
I can definitely see it, but
Allen needs to be on his game, though, for sure.
that's true.
He needs to be on his game. But James Cook is playing well at running back. They finally have a productive running back. You've still got Diggs and Gabe Davis playing great. The defense is always going to be good with Sean McDermott, their coaching. I just think they have what it takes. I think they have what it takes.
I can see it.
The NBA Finals. What do you got cooking for the finals?
Okay. I'm going to start in the West. But I think if PG and Kawhi are healthy, that's a great looking Clippers team. I don't see too many holes, maybe a little bit, but I just think they got young talent, veteran talent, and just a lot of superstar power. I could definitely get them in there. Maybe over the Nuggets. I think they're the only like real team that can stop them. And then in the East, none other than the Cleveland Cavaliers. Who else would it be?
I have a different team, but
It better not be the Sixers. Because
it actually is not. I completely.
Oh, wow.
I have no hope for them at all.
See, I'm not biased either. I just know it's gonna happen.
Yeah, you said.
It's the year. The lights were a little bright, according to Jared Allen. But we don't talk about that
Brighter than
because
I
it's a
expected,
new
Jared
year,
Allen.
new him. He's gonna get back to who he was in the regular season and the playoffs. And then Darius Garland's going to figure it out in the playoffs. Mitchell's already got that playoff experience. And then bringing in George Niang, Max Strus, I think it just helps bench depth more.
It's definitely.
I miss my boy Lamar Stevens though. I love Lamar Stevens.
For me, I've got a classic matchup, right? Think back to the '80s, Lakers Celtics, right?
Ooh, okay.
It's a little bit basic because of the how much they matched up back in the past days with Magic and Bird, but I think the Lakers did a lot to get better this offseason. They brought in a lot of bench pieces, right? They brought back Austin Reeves on a cheap deal. They got Rui back on a cheap deal. They brought in pretty good rookies. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the one they brought in.
The rookie.
Oh, who is that?
I think I know who. I know who you're talking about.
They brought in somebody who I think can contribute right away for. I can't remember his name. Oh, I did a Lakers offseason review on my channel too, and I can't remember who they got. Oh no, this is.
I know they got. I remember they got Gabe Vincent.
Vincent, that was a big.
Big signing. That's the only name that's coming to my head.
They got some good rookie. I just cannot remember who it is for the life of me. It'll come to me in
because he balled out during the preseason too.
Yeah, I'll think of it in 5 minutes and it'll make me sad. But for the Celtics, obviously they just got the big Drew Holiday edition. They got Porzingis over the offseason. Jaylen Brown's hopefully working on his left hand.
It doesn't look like it though.
Well, yeah, I saw a video on Instagram and he was struggling. He dribbled like me with his left hand.
That's not good. That's
Tatum's always good. As much as I hate to say it as a Sixers fan, Tatum's really good. Joe Mazzulla did a good job coaching. I just think the Celtics are primed to make it back after losing to the Warriors and have a nice classic matchup for the finals with LeBron and Davis over there.
I like it.
And we've got another bit of predictions here, but at this point, it's not way too early because we're right into the thick of the MLB playoff season. I believe as we're filming this, Phillies Braves Game 2 is currently going on.
I think so.
I believe that started not too long ago. But we've got our
that is correct
here.
Phillies are up 1-0 right now.
Phillies are 8. That plays to my bracket pretty well. I made my bracket right after all the wildcard games ended, so I didn't know. This is being filmed after, I think, 2 games of the ALDS or an NLDS.
Yeah.
But
Rangers
I made this before the division series started, so keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I will start with the division series here. I got the Astros beating the Twins, which it's looking okay right now. It's tied 1-1 at the time of filming this. And I've got the Dodgers beating the Diamondbacks, which after game 1, I don't really feel confident about that anymore.
Okay, so for me, my ALDS predictions, I got the Twins over the Astros. I hate the Twins just because division rivalry.
Yeah.
And I just don't think they're not that good, but if they can play like how they did.
No, Royce Lewis is putting on a master class.
He is. It's crazy. He could definitely sneak. They could definitely sneak past the Astros. And then I got the Rangers over the Orioles.
Okay.
Which makes my ALCS Rangers, Orioles, or not Rangers, Twins, Rangers. Twins, Rangers.
I had the Rangers beating the Orioles in the ALDS as well, so I have Rangers Astros for my ALCS.
So for my NLDS, I got the D-backs over the Dodgers. I just like how fun the Diamondbacks are. They swept the Brewers in very easy fashion.
I wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah. And then I also have the Phillies beating the Braves. I just think it's Red October. If the Phillies are hot, and I just think they're gonna breeze past the Braves.
We might have the same World Series now that we're getting.
I don't think we do.
We share it to the same teams, or 2 of the same teams, as far as our championship series go. I also had Phillies beating Braves, so that makes my NLCS Phillies Dodgers. So now we just got to pick who's making the World Series and who's winning it for you, Jared.
I got the Rangers making the World Series, winning that AL pennant, and then I got the D-backs. I'm riding Arizona. They're young, but they're fun. And that's what I just love about them, and I just think they can win any game. A little shaky roster, shaky bullpen a little bit, but they can get the job done on offense. And then I got the Rangers winning it all, unfortunately. I was riding with Arizona, but I just think Texas is too complete, and they're just solid in a lot of aspects.
No, I definitely agree. I also have the Rangers making the World Series. I think the offense is just way too good. And I have the Phillies making the World Series. They're gonna go back. They're gonna make sure, they're gonna change some things up this time because they want to make sure they actually win it. This time, making it back Red October, you have those crowds that make playing the Phillies like way more difficult, right? They pack it out. Everyone's excited. It's so loud in those stadiums.
Exactly.
And for that reason, I have the Phillies beating the Rangers in this year's World Series. I just think they get it done. Bryce Harper, playoff performer. Trey Turner, he picked it up at the end of the year. Was it Bryson Stott hit that big grand slam for him?
Yeah.
I just think they have it this year. There's something about it. They have it.
I can see it happening.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting to watch how the rest of it plays out, though.
It is, yeah.
And then we were initially going to do a little segment on the Drake album. However, Jared's phone died during the time he was going to be able to listen to it.
It died, so I could not finish it. I barely started it, too. But word on the street is it's not good.
It is
sucks.
It is not. It is not good. No,
That's a
I
tragedy.
finished it today, this morning before recording. It feels like it wasn't any good, and then like the last 4 songs kind of hit, but that's it. Like that's it.
Oh no.
There's like 23 songs on there, so that means 19 of them just didn't hit at all. It was just not. It wasn't good. It wasn't.
It's sad to see.
Yeah, and that's coming from me, who doesn't have much music taste compared to Jared.
That's
I know
true.
Jared's listened to a lot more music than I have. He's a little bit more cultured, but we'll see. Maybe next episode, once you finish it, we'll get your take on it.
Hopefully.
I think, unless you got anything else, Jared, that just about wraps up this episode.
I don't got anything else.
Got nothing else? I think it was a pretty successful episode 1. As we've said on our Instagram, if you guys haven't followed that at this.justinpodcast, we're going to be posting updates on there, some clips from the podcast as well as some other things. We're going to be posting episodes hopefully every Tuesday if we can get them out. Kind of depends on how the editing goes. If not, they'll come out later in the week. We'll keep you guys updated on Instagram for that. We also have the YouTube channel, which is where this video is going to be going at this oh my God, I can't speak. This Just In Podcast and our Spotify as well, same name. They're all linked on the Instagram, so follow us there. You're going to find our socials. Down in the comments below, we also have all the socials for the podcast, as well as me and Jared's individual socials if you want to follow those. And with that, I think that's a wrap. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Indeed.